Every night I step onto the balcony of silence, where the wind carries whispers older read the kingdoms, and I wonder if you feel the same pulse through the distance, where the wind carries feel the same pulse through the distance. It is not duty that holds me, nor destiny shaped by lineage, but something more tender, an ache that knows no language. You have become the quiet ache that knows no language. I imagine them writing your name across the heavens, and I trace each letter with trembling diffusion. The world sees me as a symbol of future and grace, yet when I close my eyes, I am simply a Gershon. The mornings are gentler when I wake with your memory nestled against the edges of my dreams. There are moments when I press my palm against the glass of my window, pretending the light streaming through is your hand, searching for mine. My tutors speak of nations and treaties, but my thoughts, I think of the way love is both infinite and fragile, like the dew clinging to rose petals before sunrise. You have turned the vastness of my royal world into something intimate and alive. My heart no longer belongs to circumstance. It belongs to the gentle gravity that pulls me toward you, steady and sure as the orbit of faith itself. Sometimes I walk through the palace gardens, where history hides before me, ever loved like this. Quietly, fearlessly, in defiance of expectation, the roses bloom. My guards think I am lost in thought, but they cannot see the invisible bridge I build between us with every breath. It feels impossible, this union of dreams and distance. When night falls, I whisper into the quiet air, asking it to carry my love to you, wherever you are, until your soul feels the brush of my devotion, like a soft and endless dawn. I once believed stars belonged only to heaven, untouchable and eternal, yet now I know they bend their light toward love. Every star points to you, each flicker ray. When the world demands composure, you are the gentle tremor in my pulse and paper. Even my reflection seems of knowing you. The universe expands and contracts within your absence, and I, its humble witness, can only marvel. What a wonder to love across the span of starlight. My heart beats in the same rhythm as constellations. The nights in the palace are long filled with silence, the tastes of memory. I light a single candle and watch the flame dance, imaged of memory. I close my eyes and remember how you once looked at Manon, as a breeze made of the same fragile light as yours. That gaze freed me more than any decree ever could. There is no throne that offers such comfort, no jewel that gleams with the same honesty love. At dawn the sky blushes as though it carries our secret. The first light brushes the towers of my home, gilding them in gold, but none of it shines as you do in my mind's eye. The air is cool, scented with jasper and say coat thy sighs. I carry your name in silence, but it burns brighter than any crown I could wear. My heart no longer seeks grandeur, it seeks the simple messenger. You exist beneath the same sky, perhaps thinking of me. The letters I never send pile up in my drawers like pressed flies. Each one holds a piece of my truth, a tremor of longing, a trace of moonlight. I write them when sleep eludes me. I tell you of my day, of the way the birds sing louder after rain, of how the scent of earth reminds me of your steadiness. I wonder if you still hum to your stains when lost in thought. Love, I've learned, is not just about presence, it's about constancy. Even when we are apart, the rhythm of your existence shapes the calmest in me. When twilight deepens, I walk along the marble score. There are portraits of ancestors gazing down, each painted to appear noble and untouched by passion. Yet I feel their silence deep. I wonder if one of them ever felt the same fire I Donya, longing to vast Kool-Aid. In that light, I do not feel confined by my title or fate. I feel infinite, a constellation drawn by God by my tie. In the stillness between day and night, I find your presence strongest. It's as though the world pauses. They say love fades when unseen, but ours grows more vivid with appetite. When I speak to the stars, I imagine them as your messengers, carrying whispers between us. Every time I look at the night sky, it feels as if the universe itself conspires in your favor. The constellations tilt ever so slightly toward where you are. Perhaps the cosmos knows every boundary drawn by duty and birthright to find yours in the quiet of the night. I speak your name softly, so softly that only the wind dares to listen. Love has made me braver, not in the ways of rule or war, but in truth. I no longer fear what it means to feel completely. You are the quiet freedom within me. And though I am a princess by fate, in your love I have found something far greater. The gardens bloom brighter each spring, and I tell myself, it is because love still lingers here. I have learned that love is not a storm, but a season. It arrives softly. Sometimes I think of writing your name on the surface of the water just to see how long it lasts before blending and eternal. My people see me as a symbol of strength, but only I know the quiet tenderness that rules my height, my poise. There are nights when the sky feels unbearably vast, and yet it seems to curve gently around my longing for you. I think of all the words beyond this one, and wonder if love travels then and this. Perhaps that is why your presence feels bolted. Comtes dort shorelide. My heart no longer beats for the crown or the applause of duty. It beats for the pulse of your existence, the memory of your warmth that softens every exile. Sometimes I wish I could fold the sky betward, so you might see how every light within it burns with my devotion. I would weave your name into constellations and ask them my devotion. When I close my eyes, I can almost feel your heartbeat against mine, as though love has found a way to travel through time and silence. I am not lonely. I am simply waiting, suspended in the glow. It is what makes all the duties bearable, all the hours meaningful. When I speak to the stars, I thank them for keeping you under their watch, for allowing our souls to wither. There are days when my heart aches quietly, not from sadness, but from the fullness of what I feel. I can sense it in the rhythm of the earth, in the laughter of children, in the light that glimmers on the sea. You are everywhere, and yet nowhere near enough. Sometimes I speak to your absence. Love does that. It softens the sharpest edges of duty, while sharpening the truth within. I may wear a crown, but it is your memory that adorns my spirit. The world may never know the depth of what we share, but I do not need its undepth of what we share. My soul knows you, and that knowing will never fade, no matter how long the stars burn. The sea has become my confidant. I walk along its edge, and let the waves speak in your voice, the rhythm of their rise and fall echoing the way my heart beats for you. Love, I think, is like water. It moves between worlds, reshaping equity. When I whisper your name, the ocean listens, folding the sound into its endless threads. And when that day comes, when the stars that once carried our whispers finally align, I will not need crowns or vows to define what we are. I will know you by the way the air changes when you are near. Love has been my compass, my rebellion, my prayer through every season. I will take your hand not as a princess claiming destiny, but as a woman choosing forever. The world may watch, but it will not understand that 'tis this quiet merging of forces. And when the night returns, I will look to the heavens, not in longing but in gratitude, for I will know the stars have done their part. They led me home, and home is you.